Here we go. The plane has launched over Erangel. Take it away, Crips.
Well, this time the flight path is a bit skewed towards the northeast side. Georgetown is going to be a hot property. I'm assuming, or if not assuming, I'm hoping some of the teams land there and give us some nice early dockyard fights, because those are always interesting to watch. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the team settle for not Georgetown or the Georgetown City and choose a more safer approach. Go is choosing a very safe approach indeed. They're going for Zarki. I don't think anybody else is going to be challenging them there, but TeamGenocide and Insane probably will be facing each other off soon in Georgetown. There is one more team right behind them. I can't see the name because it's covered. But for now, let's focus on Pochinki a bit. So far, Pochinki seems to be a place where a lot of people do not tend to go. It's a place where people avoid. But one team that does get in the central position has so much control. They can go for literally each and every airdrop. And that's the privilege of dropping in Pochinki. Obviously, some of the strongest teams in the tournament, teams like Mayhem, are heading towards Pochinki. I'm hoping that they will be able to show us some amazing, amazing action. We have Team Power or Team FULLPWR heading towards School. And the circle pops. It's up towards the north, which means teams like Element, Rip Squad, and Mega, who are heading towards military base, are going to be in trouble. Mega towards Novo, Rip Squad heading towards the regular military base, and Element are splitting up over farm. It's good enough. I hope that they can get enough eyeballs so that they can cut off the rotations for teams like TE. TE is Team Ecstasy, right? If I'm not wrong?
Yes,
team number 20. Yep. Team Ecstasy are a bit outside the zone. Shouldn't be that big of a problem because they have plenty of areas available to themselves. They have Mansion, they have Milta, all of them not occupied at all. So as soon as they do make their way back in the safe zone, the only team that they will be running into, they will be running into is the one in farm. But look at this!
Oh my God! Tamil already started getting Kiki's UMamba and getting rid of him in the process. This is a pretty devastating blow for UMamba, losing one of their top players. UMamba, Destro not too far away, quickly panicking, hopefully picking up some loot. This is a pretty early fight that UMamba didn't expect to take, I'm guessing. As
not at all.
Not many people drop here, but Team Tamil is all three players. I don't see that fourth. All three players seem to be nearby, looking, sniffing for Destro. They probably have an inkling that Destro's in that vicinity. Destro quickly entering that buggy, and most probably is going to exfil from here.
I hope he does it soon enough. I definitely don't think his teammates are expected to run into Team Tamil so soon. But now that they do have a bunch of cars, I'm assuming they don't have much loot because they dropped in the middle of the streets and just bites the dust. That getaway vehicle of his won't be giving him any sort of leeway.
I appreciate Bhishma's approach of trying to distract Team Tamil from their team member, but unfortunately Destro did not get into the buggy as quickly as he could have, as you rightly said, and he's been put in the dirt.
Funny thing is, okay, since we now have a bit of time and the early killings are over, I'm going to use this time to talk about the early approach that these two teams were taking. You see, Fnatic usually are the ones who don't go into any big city. They usually take smaller compounds and they loot them quickly, and they go around capturing everything else. There's two ways to go about this. You either drop into the compound directly, or you have a bunch of teammates split up across the streets, hunt for vehicles, and then you go around looting for stuff. Now, both these teams try to do the same. Unfortunately, we had Tamils who landed in the houses, got the guns, and UMEXRXN tried to capture vehicles, and they had absolutely no weapons. When Kiki died, he had no gun on him. He was not even wearing any armor, completely naked, and that's how we played the last very, very early. But here's the circle.
Yes. Right? Yeah, we've got the circle. We've got Mega, who needs to think about a rotation to the circle all the way Novo. Encore sort of taking that bridge building nearby. Hopefully, we're looking to see if anybody's gatekeeping, and Team Element is looking at that bridge, looking to maybe stop some rotations, get some loot out of the Novo military crowds. Rip Squad taking their time, of course, looting in Millie, while Team Ecstasy, Team 20, in Lippy, slowly making their way towards Mansion, firing a couple of shots, I believe, maybe a misfire. VSGCrawlers seem to have looted Milta and also rotating into the circle. Here we go. We've got Rip Squad looting the entire space of military base, hopefully having found decent loot and that they don't lose it in their rotation phase, right?
Yeah. Also, if Rip Squad rotates all the way from the western bridge, I think it will be safer because the eastern bridge has a lot of action, which will be going down very soon. We have Mega Encore, who's guarding the south end of the bridge, and then Team Elements on the north end of the bridge. So yeah, those two teams are going to have a nice bridge fight of themselves, and Mega are now trapped as they try to make their way in. We have Ultron ready to greet them, but is he close enough? Prince is right there. Does he engage all by himself?
No.
Or do Mega take a safer approach? They go around the edges of those little cliffs or whatever it is you call them, little hillocks.
I think the screen
lacking the geographical term.
Yeah, I think the screen glitched for a little bit, Crips, because Team Element had pushed in quite a bit. So Mega really doesn't worry about anything as they rotate around Milta on the beaches, the far east beaches of Milta, as they go slowly into the circle. And the team that everybody is going to be watching, including the Fnatic boys and all the Orange Rock boys, is Team Mayhem. Oh my god! In the background, we see Team Insane spraying down Team Revenge, getting a knock on a vehicle. Revenge Esports Grey has been eliminated. So here we go. This is where the action is going to start picking up as all these teams spot each other. Naruto spraying down Sonic, getting a couple of decent hits on him. Sonic going to have to heal up as Naruto looks for a better angle. Revenge Esports not looking good here because they've lost one member. And Rip Squad's Rahul explodes in a fury blast. We're not really sure what happened there. That happened off screen. But let's focus on what's happening here. Crips.
So I think Revenge were trying to rotate into this. They didn't even need to move out of George Pool. Why were they even doing that? I have no idea why Revenge was making this rotation. They had absolutely no reason to. And of course, when you do something like that, Insane is going to mow you down. But while I say that, Team IE, they are moving right across them. Do IE also bite the dust? Yes, they do. No, actually, Revenge. Sonic still dies, and Tempest is getting shot from behind. So this two-way battle is now turned into a three-way battle. Revenge are going to be super happy that IE came in as a big distraction. Akshay uses this time to get away and come to his teammate so that he can revive him. Good enough cover behind that rock. But if their car blows up or if their tires are shot down, then they are trapped behind there forever. Their only hope is that Team IE somehow saves them and distracts Team Insane long enough for them to get away. Although I don't think any of those things are going to be happening.
It's almost like Sky hurt you and he took out the tires. Now Revenge are a little bit kind of stuck there as they rotate. Legend taking a couple of shots at Akshay but not connecting. Sonic back on his feet, also rotating through Lok. Pretty far away. We're hoping that the Revenge Esports boys can actually rotate out of that situation. But holy shit, Team IE, Team Initiative. We did not expect that as they just happened to come by and cause so much of havoc. But Akshay spotting out Crucifer, getting the knock on him, whereas Naruto also getting a knock on Fury. We've got both Team Insane and Team Revenge destroying Team 10. Naruto finishing off Fury while Tempest getting the kill on Crucifer. Both Team Initiative, unfortunately for them, they did not expect to get into a fight so early. But yeah, that's the price of rotation in these early games.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing, right? They did not even need to rotate. I mean, I understand why Team IE came into the picture. They heard gunshots, they wanted to fight, they want a third party. Understandable. It doesn't work out for them, but that's a different story entirely. I don't understand why on earth did Revenge need to move out in the first place. They were really safe in North George. They had Team go alongside them. They could have fought them nice and easy. But in the cars, when you're walking right past those little bridges of George Pool, you are super vulnerable. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
He manages to get away. Somehow they're safe, and now they're all the way down to its shooting range. But look at how many meds they have had to spend. The Lok has only one med kit, barely any energy drinks and boosters. He just picked up a painkiller. Lucky for him. But they spent so many resources trying to get away from that fight, and they lost a raid in the process. Completely unnecessary rotation from Team Revenge. I mean, yeah, sure, they got to be thanking the lucky stars Team IE came to save them, or rather should I say Team IE came to offer themselves up as sacrifice. But
yeah, we've got the teams, of course, squads names on the screen right now, and if you can see, Mamba and Initiative have lost 2 players already, and Rip Squad has 1 team member, I believe, knocked.
How?
Let's see what's happening here. Oh my god, don't tell me that they're getting knocked to the blue zone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a professional tournament. We would request you to rotate faster as Team Rip Squad slowly rotates in the blue zone.
We did see one of the players of Team Rip Squad blow himself up, right? In the kill feed while we were watching the fight between Revenge and Intent. How did that happen? How do you blow yourself up? Did he die to a red zone or something? Because I don't think you would have
Oh man, I don't know. Can we get an F in the chat for Rip Squad? Hopefully they'll be back on their feet and back in the game. And now we have Team Ecstasy on the screen here. Sahil 2K, a player that has been showing a lot of promise and a lot of frags. VSG also on the screen right now. Team 17. Any insights into the way Team 17 has been performing so far, Crips?
Well, we did see a few seconds ago Team Ecstasy also and VSG. Both of them are, they're keeping their cars inside the houses. And one of the reasons is because they don't want people to shoot away their getaway vehicles. So you park it inside the house, keep it safe. VSGCrawlers park it in between the buildings, also keep it safe. But I can't guarantee any safety because PWR, they start engaging with Team IE and Mugang was already knocked.
This is not looking good for Power as they try to get a better angle. I don't understand why Porter took one shot and then reloaded his DP. That was unnecessary as Mogambo was probably getting thirsted. Yep, Ms. OP is not letting him survive this as Team Initiative is going to go on the offensive with full power. Aditya, third person peak, tries to get the knock here. Does not connect as much as he should. Oh my god, and Aditya is knocked. Porter finally making sure that his AK finally gets the kills that he deserves. And Team Initiative eliminated in a hail of bullets. What happened right there? That was so fast.
Well, Team Initiative already lost 2 of their players when they tried to third party that fight we saw earlier. And now the 2 remaining players, as they made their way into that little house, they were spotted by Team Power. Yeah, sure, Power also made a couple of mistakes, but they were quick to the trigger. They rushed in with their cars and finished off the 2 remaining members. Obviously, they are also watching the kill feed, so they knew for a fact that as soon as Team Initiative entered that little house, they knew that they were going to be at a man disadvantage. So why not just take the fight right then and there and finish them off? Did you just burp?
No.
Okay.
You know I can mute my mic, right? Anyway, so this is a little bit of shenanigans happening at the English desk. Just trying to keep it professional. As we have VSGCrawlers spraying down Team Element Frost. Element escaping with just a couple of health bars. He's going to be thanking his stars that CG from VSGCrawlers didn't manage to connect as much as he should have. But yeah, absolutely. I think one of the most important things in PUBG Mobile, especially Erangel, is to be able to defend your house as much as you can. And Team Initiative just failed to do that when full power pushed them. Let's see what Mega has planned. They are right now in the safe zone at the edge of the circle, just chilling there. Going to wait for the next circle. This is the zone prediction phase where all these teams need to decide and predict where the zone is going to be and where they want to be. Whether they want to be defending a position or whether they want to be taking a fortified position like the one Mega has.
So the circle is kind of towards the north end of the island. We have Rozok on the edge. And then we have that one big awkward mess between Rozok, Shooting Range, and Severny. That place is a bit of a... how do I say it? A bit of an unexplored territory because there's nothing over there. There's just shooting range, then there's just the crash site. But there's hardly any big cities or compounds over there. It's one big canyon of hills, ridges, and not a lot of trees and not a lot of cover. There is sporadic cover from rocks and trees, but that's very less. And you're going to have to focus on the compounds. The M249, that's devastating when you're going up against cars. The 100 bullets can chew you down. Somehow they manage to get away. But TGE, even though they get away from revenge, go initiate upon them. And that's going to be unfortunate. They walk in right between 2 teams. This is critical as Critic, pardon me, takes a knock.
Yes, Team Geo finally doing some work on TeamGenocide as revenge, trying to get into the fight. Through Lok, Akshay, and Sonic learned serious lessons from that previous fight, and then they're not going to want to make those mistakes again. They are positioning themselves in a better position. Look at them go as TGE tries to get an angle on their aggressors, Team Geo.
You know what? This crash site is actually a really nice place to take position in, especially in the late game.
Yeah.
It's heavily underappreciated. That's a really unfortunate thing that TeamGenocide will have to move because it's out of the zone now. Yeah. But if we do get a look at the next circle, we should be able to figure out where the teams will be heading next. Oh no, this is bad. Look at that the western side of the circle. We have 4 teams. VSGCrawlers, IM, Team Ecstasy, and Go all fighting with each other. It's a 4-way battle, and there's hardly any cover over there. All they have to do is make it into the zone, fortify themselves by building a fortress, by building a little cover out of blown-up cars, or just hopefully find a big enough rock to fit all of them fine. While I say that, Element, they already got a couple of knocks onto Team Tamilas, and this is gonna be a bit dicey.
Yeah. Team Element with their car dealership in their squad house. Look at the number of cars that they have. Getting ready for the rotation phase. Yeah, absolutely. Getting ready for the rotation phase as all these other teams will be skirmishing each other. We are going to hopefully witness death race today as all these players spray each other down from their respective vehicles. And here we go. We've got Team Supergirls with fairly decent loot. I did see Amisha having a level 3, but really does not seem to have good armor. But hey, at least they're playing the rotation phase well as they push into Rozok.
And they've got the top half of Rozok, which means they're safe for now, and they should be able to keep any other team to the south of the circle at bay. They will have a position advantage, but only temporarily. Once the circle does shift, and if they're forced out, they have to cross those bridges, which is really, really awkward.
All right, we've got Team Element taking out Revenge Esports before we could even call it, and Team Geo also getting aggressed by Team Element. Icky Mafia entering the fray, Zerif and Mighty getting a couple of knocks on Team Geo players. This is not good for Team Geo as they're getting shot from 2 fronts, Icky Mafia and Revenge Element. My bad. Team goes Zoro, not sure what he's doing here as he's getting sprayed down from so many angles. Even Team Element entering the fray. This is a free-for-all with Team Geo on the dining table. The main course for all these teams as Team Element pushes in to Team Geo. Team Genocide eliminated in the background. Team Geo finally eliminated by an aggressive push by Team 20. Not really sure why they would do that. It was unnecessary as Venom gets knocked. Icky Mafia, Zerif, a little mad that he didn't get those kills that he really needed maybe. As Team Element dropping smokes, hopefully going for the retreat.
Well, keep in mind that the place where Team Elements is right now was the same place where Team GO were just a couple of seconds ago. Icky Mafia, they're spread out quite a bit, which is good. There's hardly any cover behind these trees, so if you have more than 1 or 2 people behind these trees, there won't be enough room for you to hide. Plus, the more you spread out, the more angles you can cover, the more teams that you can devastate.
Yeah, but Icky Mafia is one of those teams that can definitely cultivate that momentum that they get in their early games and like deliver in the late game. Icky Mafia has shown consistently that if they are in the late game, especially in a map like Erangel, a map that they seem to prefer. Oops, that's gonna hurt for Razor as he takes a quick first aid and a chunk from Frost. But yeah, Icky Mafia is a team that I would definitely worry about in the last circles. And while we're talking about the last circles, we've got Mayhem centrally located. There we go, the team that knows how to play consistently well, always taking the center circle and then making sure that they have a vantage point on everybody, 360 degrees. They're the kind of team that can take multiple fights on multiple fronts.
Now, this is a bit of a concern. A lot of teams are going for the split approach. Mayhem are playing 2-2. Believe from Mayhem has control of one of the compounds, but the rest of his 2 teammates are on the other side. VSGCrawlers, Icky Mafia, all of them spreading as wide as they can. There's hardly any cover in this landscape, in this very small circle, and there's way too many players alive. This is going to be one very confusing bloodbath. Yumumba Goldblade, it's a very bold approach to get into the car in a situation like that. Will he even survive? Element tries to take a couple of shots on him. He's very soon about to run into Rip Squad. No, it's Bhishma who actually returns fire upon Rip Squad. He finishes off Karan. How on earth did he manage to pull that off? Incredible stuff.
Bhishma buying his teammates some time. Goldblade fortunately managed to make it in the circle. Bhishma healing in the zone. And then we've got fights all over the place. We've got Team Element taking 2 fights. We've got Mayhem Cloak finally aggressing, getting a couple of knocks here and there. Navjot as well. Team Mayhem doing serious damage to multiple teams around them. And here we go. Let's try to see what TE does here. We're back on Mayhem here, I believe. Trying to get an angle on somebody. They've got the 3-story, which is the perfect position for Mayhem.
Definitely.
They've got the vantage point, they've got the cars, they've got the ridges. They are in probably the best position for any team right now in this circle.
Yeah, the only other team who has the good position other than Mayhem is Team Mega. But they're like located centrally, and their compound doesn't have the 3-story building, the height advantage which Mayhem has. While I say that Elements, they're making a lot of problems for Team Ecstasy. Sahil down and finished already. Venom hiding in the grass, hoping that he can somehow take advantage of that situation while he distracts them. Frosty fires upon them. Venom, a very risky approach, a bad decision as he gets knocked out by Ultron in the open. Frosty is all alone behind that car, and there's no way he can revive his teammate. Hopefully the smokes will come in soon enough. Frost also has to make a decision. Does he go for the finish or does he go revive his teammates? While that's happening, Frosty's already on the revive. No, wait, he's not. He's just hoping that Venom can move in quickly enough, drops the smoke so that he can get him to safety. Mayhem and VSGCrawlers, they're both powering upon Team Power. How on earth is Team Power in such a bad position? They're getting shot by both the 2 strongest teams.
Oh my god, look at the circle change. Circle change has just happened. Mayhem not too far from the circle, but gonna have to rotate. All the teams have to rotate except for Zerif from Icky Mafia and of course the VSGCrawlers who are comfortably in the circle. That is not going to be good. And there we go, VSGCrawlers finally eliminating full power, racking up those points. As you can see, 3 points there. ELMNTEsports of course topping the scoreboard with 7 points. And finally Supergirls have been spotted and have been pushed by Mayhem. Cloak spraying down the Supergirls team, and that's it. Supergirls, I keep saying Sugargirls. Supergirls has been eliminated by Mayhem, and Mayhem needed that much needed loot, the level 3 vests and all that goodness.
I have to point out, good rotation from Supergirls. This is the only compound centrally available. Unfortunately, didn't have enough firepower to defend it from Mayhem. But here comes the rest of the teams. Mega, they also need to get out now. They are firing upon. It's actually Mayhem who's eliminating Ultron. And that leaves Team Elements with only, how many? What, 1 player left. That's going to be problematic. Mega fires upon Team Mayhem now. And that's the clash of the titans that we were all looking for. Cloak manages to create away with Paradox. And that's good enough. But he still needs to do a lot of work. Paradox and Shadow both knocked out quite near to each other, but Encore for Team Mega, he's far away from his teammates. He's not going to be able to revive him. Even Swag, he is not anywhere close. All of these guys are split way too far for their own good. And this is so ballsy by Encore. He tries to run him over, but he actually gets knocked out. How on earth? This is so crazy.
Oh my god, he just went YOLO on that one. We're not really sure what was happening there, but Cloak finishing off Paradox, as you said before, and Team Megastars falling to the last Icky Mafia player. I'm not sure what happened to Icky Mafia's pain as he just got knocked by a car. But Mega Encore getting a knock on Team Element before he dies. We've got 5 teams remaining. Mayhem with 11 points. Just all 4 players still alive and good to go. And we've got VSGCrawlers with 3 players. And then a whole bunch of solo players. We've got Team Tamilas, Icky Mafia's Zerif, and of course ELMNTEsports, Frost, Zerif and Striker are not going to want to enter this fight between Mayhem and VSGCrawlers. They're going to want to wait this fight out and just play for position more than anything else. And Shadow has an inkling of where VSGCrawlers is, and they're going to slowly start moving to the circle and scanning for any other teams.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a bit of a stalemate as the teams wait for the next circle to pop. Now, all of these teams are comfortable wherever they are. That's interesting, but the next circle will definitely force a lot of them open. Elements, they are finally eliminated.
Wait, how did Frost die there? I mean, fortunately, I did miss that on the screen, but Navjot and Shadow spotting a VSG player, knocking him immediately, but getting traded by another VSG player. Oh my god, it is up to Mayhem to finally get this win, because if they don't, VSGCrawler is going to move up in the standings. Here we go, Believe dropping a smoke for his teammate Shadow. It's a bit of a romantic situation for both these players as they keep rezzing each other. Cloak and Navjot meanwhile watching the northern side of the circle, seeing if anybody tries to get in. They've still not moved into the safe zone. VSGCrawlers making an executive decision not to res their teammate, hoping that their teammate can maybe provide some intel, but he gets caught out in the open by Mayhem's Believe, and he has been eliminated. Oh my god, VSG down to 2 players, 1 knocked, 1 still alive. Not looking good for VSGCrawlers as they're going to want to at least come in second. Mayhem just calling the shots here right now, just taking out people left, right, and center. Look at that aggression from Shadow. He just got knocked, but he doesn't get. Oh my god, Zerif tries to defend his position to Cloak, but he does not, as the highest damage, one of the highest damage dealers of the tournament, finishes him off. And VSGCrawlers finally meeting a very quick end by Mayhem. It is between Mayhem's and Raven's Striker. Striker putting up a fight, but never mind. Navjot getting the kill. Team Tamilas at least coming in second place. We've got so many kills for Team Mayhem.